7 foods you should never put in your dog's bowl. You are eating something. Your dog is staring up at you with those eyes, the ones that have never once failed to work on you, and your brain says, it is just a small piece. A little bit cannot hurt. And sometimes you are right. Some human foods are perfectly fine for dogs in small amounts. But some foods are different. Some of them look completely harmless. Some actually look healthy. And that is exactly what makes them dangerous, because your dog has no way of knowing what is safe. They only know one thing: if it comes from your hand, it belongs in their mouth. They trust you completely. So today we are going through 7 foods that should never go in your dog's bowl. Not to frighten you. To protect them. Because sometimes the most loving thing you can do for your dog is knowing when not to share. Stay through number 3, because that one is hiding in your home right now, in places you would never expect. And most owners have absolutely no idea. 1. Grapes and raisins. You have probably heard this one before. But most owners do not fully appreciate how serious it actually is. It is not about the size of the grape. It is not about the breed. It is not even about how many your dog ate. Some dogs eat a handful and appear completely fine. Others eat 2 grapes and end up in emergency care with kidney failure. For years, vets did not know what was causing the damage. It was only in 2021 that researchers at the ASPCA Animal Poison Control Center identified tartaric acid as the likely culprit, the same acid found in raisins, sultanas, and currants, often in much higher concentrations because the fruit has been dried. And here is what catches most owners off guard. Grapes and raisins hide everywhere. Hot cross buns. Christmas cake. Granola bars. Cereal. Fruit loaf. Some breads. If your dog grabs a piece of fruit cake off the counter, that is not a wait-and-see situation. That is a vet visit. Immediately. The simplest rule is the safest one: no grapes, no raisins, no products that contain them. Ever. 2. Onions, garlic, leeks, and chives. This one matters because the danger almost never looks obvious. It is not a big piece of raw onion left on the floor. It is the gravy on Sunday dinner. The spoonful of stew. The seasoning on a roast. The stock cube dissolved into something that smells irresistible to your dog. Onions, garlic, leeks, and chives belong to a plant family called allium. They contain compounds that damage red blood cells in dogs, and over time, that damage leads to a condition called hemolytic anemia, where the blood can no longer carry oxygen properly. The truly dangerous part is that it does not happen all at once. A little here, a scrap there. The damage builds quietly, invisibly, long before you see any sign of it. Garlic deserves special attention. There is a persistent myth that small amounts of garlic are good for dogs, that it helps with fleas, boosts immunity. The British Veterinary Association has been unambiguous: there is no safe amount. Garlic is more toxic than onion gram for gram, and the dried versions, garlic powder, onion powder, stock granules, are more concentrated still. If your dog has eaten anything seasoned from your plate, you need to know exactly what was in it. 3. Anything containing xylitol. This is the most dangerous item on this entire list. And the one most owners have never heard of. Xylitol is an artificial sweetener. In humans, it is completely harmless. In dogs, it triggers a massive, rapid release of insulin. Within 30 minutes, blood sugar can crash to life-threatening levels. A few grams can cause liver failure. In a small dog, 1 or 2 pieces of sugar-free gum can be fatal. And this is where it hides: chewing gum, sugar-free sweets, mints, diet baked goods, some peanut butters, toothpaste, mouthwash, certain vitamin supplements, and even some children's medicines. This is the one to be genuinely careful about. If you use peanut butter in a Kong toy or to hide a pill, check the label every single time. Some popular brands have quietly added xylitol to their recipe without most owners noticing. If your dog ever gets into a handbag, a coat pocket, or anywhere you might keep gum or sweets, do not wait until morning. Do not wait until after work. That is a call to the vet right now. 4. Cooked bones. This one feels the most natural. Dogs and bones seem to belong together in a way that feels almost built into them. You finish a roast, your dog is watching hopefully from the corner, and you think, they will love this. But cooked bones are not safe bones. Cooking changes them. They dry out. The structure shifts. They become brittle, and when a dog chews them, they splinter into sharp, jagged pieces. Those pieces can puncture the throat, tear the stomach lining, block the gut, or perforate the intestines. The PDSA has identified cooked bones as one of the leading causes of emergency surgery in dogs. A chicken bone from your Sunday roast is not a treat. It is a real and serious risk. And the most common response owners give, "My dog has had bones for years and never had a problem," does not make the next one safe. Danger does not need to happen every time to be real. It only needs to happen once. If your dog needs something to chew, use purpose-made dog chews in the right size for their breed. That is the safe version of this instinct. 5. Chocolate and caffeine. Most owners know chocolate is bad for dogs. Many still underestimate it. Chocolate contains theobromine and caffeine. Dogs process both of these far more slowly than humans do, which means even small amounts can accumulate in their system. The risk depends on your dog's size, the type of chocolate, and how much they consumed. Dark chocolate and cocoa powder carry the highest concentration of theobromine and are therefore the most dangerous. White chocolate has less, but it still does not belong in your dog's bowl. The safest rule is not to calculate. The safest rule is simply, no chocolate, full stop. The same goes for caffeine in any form, coffee grounds, tea bags, energy drinks, anything left within reach. A dog who has ingested chocolate or caffeine may become restless, vomit, pant heavily, tremble, develop a rapid heartbeat, or in serious cases, experience seizures. If that happens, call your vet immediately. Tell them exactly what your dog ate, how much, and when. 6. Macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts cause a strange and specific reaction in dogs, and if you have never seen it, it is genuinely frightening. Within 12 hours of eating them, dogs can develop weakness in the back legs, tremors, vomiting, and a fever. The back legs in particular can look like they simply stop working. Researchers still do not fully understand the mechanism behind this reaction. What they do know is that the dose required to cause symptoms is surprisingly small, a handful is enough to affect a medium-sized dog. The bigger problem is where macadamia nuts hide. Cookies, brownies, trail mix, white chocolate macadamia bars, breakfast cereals, snack bags left on the counter. Your dog does not know that one nut is dangerous and another is fine. They smell rich, sweet food and they take it. As a general rule, no nuts of any kind for dogs. Most are either toxic, a choking hazard, or far too high in fat to be safe. 7. Fatty leftovers. This one is not toxic in the way xylitol or grapes are. But it still does not belong in your dog's bowl, and it causes far more harm than most owners realize. Bacon, sausages, fried food, buttery dishes, creamy sauces, the crispy skin from a roast chicken, the crust off a meat pie. These foods can cause significant stomach upset, and in some dogs, a single high-fat meal is enough to trigger pancreatitis. That is a painful and sometimes serious inflammation of the pancreas that comes on quickly and can be difficult to treat. It often begins with vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, a refusal to eat, or a hunched, uncomfortable posture that tells you something is genuinely wrong. What started as a generous moment from the table becomes a very difficult few days for your dog. Your dog does not understand that the greasy piece of meat is different from their regular food. They only know it tastes extraordinary. But their body has to deal with it, and it often cannot. If you want to share food with your dog, keep it simple. Plain cooked chicken. Plain turkey. A small piece of carrot. Plain rice if your vet has recommended it. No gravy, no butter, no seasoning, no fried skin. To your dog, the best thing you can put in their bowl is the safest thing. Not the most exciting. The bowl is not just where your dog eats. It is where they trust you. Every time something goes in it, they believe, completely and without question, that you made the right choice for them. Most of the time, protecting them does not have to be complicated. Keep their main diet steady. Keep human food simple and safe. Read labels, especially anything sugar-free. Keep the dangerous foods well out of reach. And if your dog eats something and you are unsure, call your vet rather than waiting and hoping. That one call can matter more than you know. The next time your dog looks up at you while you are eating, remember this: love is not giving them everything they want. Sometimes love is saying no before they ever knew they were in danger. If this helped you protect your dog, hit that like button and subscribe, because every video on this channel is built around giving you the real information your dog needs you to have. Not surface level. Not guesswork. The actual science.